I'm recording and it's taking me 25 seconds to even start. Hey guys, I've been gone a while. I'm doing something a bit different today in that I'm not scripting out the entire video. It'll save me a lot of time not having to do that, and also I feel like it would be just a bunch more natural. Anyway, so I've done a bunch of stuff since my last video. Namely, I've made a logo animation for my air quotes studio. It's not incorporated yet or anything, but it's my, what is it called? Doing business as name, which is Geek Overdrive Studio, of course, or Geek Overdrive Games. Anyway, so since my last video, I made a logo animation for it. I made a couple websites, not for it, for completely different things. Unfortunately, I can't really show you the websites. And I made a couple Discord bot scripts for the community I'm in, and one was for any game dev community. I'll link that below. And I also made a couple games, actually. One was a jam game, so I mean, I can still call it a game though. Anyway, so I made the jam game is called Node Colony. It was like it is an RTS. An RTS based on, if you've ever seen the CG anime Blame, it was kind of based in that world. Unfortunately, I didn't nearly get enough to actually show that. But essentially, you have a bunch of units, and then you have nodes, and these nodes have different resources, different abilities. Unfortunately, I couldn't really get to the abilities part of it either. There is one node that has an ability, but other than that, yeah, it's pretty much just resources. So you start with one node, and you go from that node to 3 other nodes, and then from those nodes, you can just link up one other node to them. So sort of like the node-based. What are those games even called? I don't know what genre they would even be in, but basically, usually you have like 3 nodes or like 6 nodes on a map, and each node generates a unit, and then you can connect the nodes together and claim other nodes, and basically you're fighting against an opponent and trying to not let them take over the map, because then they can attack you and take your nodes and etc. So it's kind of like that in a way, not really, but anyways, you take your node, you link it up to another one, and then you can use that node and link that node up to others. And yeah, so unfortunately for now, I actually dropped Stellar Assembler, the Stellar Assembler project. That one will be a lot more effort than the current, or will require a lot more effort than the current game I'm working on, which is Node Colony version 2, or post-jam version Node Colony. So Stellar Assembler, I hope to get to... I've sort of turned that into a pocket idea. I have several other pocket ideas, but I do eventually want to get to that, because I really do think it's a good idea. It would be a lot of fun, and hopefully popular, but who knows. But yeah, after Node Colony, I'm planning on making a game that's sort of based on the current situation, sort of pandemic-wise. Well, not really pandemic, but basically like a virus has contaminated most of the world, and basically you go into a bunker and you have to clear it out. You have to disinfect everything. Your people can get infected, and you really don't want that, so you have to equip them with gloves, masks, etc. And then you have like fabrication benches where you can make these things. You can make other things to get the facility up and running and clean, and all sorts of things. So I think that'll be pretty cool as well. Hopefully people will like it, but yeah, that comes after this, potentially after a mobile game idea that I have, which is sort of like based on like server, not maintenance, but like maintaining servers. So like you have servers that you control and that you can buy, and then you have to upgrade those servers. It's sort of like the dawn of the internet age, so people are like just getting into the internet, and you have these servers that people can use, and then like businesses like Google or Facebook will approach you and try to like buy some of your server space. And so basically you will get a bunch of requests, and you want to make sure that those requests don't die from taking too long. And basically over time you'll get a lot more requests, and you want to keep upgrading your servers to keep a good reputation and make more money and buy more servers, and just a fun little mobile game like that. So anyways, that's sort of my plans for the future. Oh yeah, so actually the other game I made, going back to that, the other game I made is called Keep Cadence, and it is a mobile game where you're basically playing as an AI that is built to It is built to recover dying patients, or help dying patients recover. So you'll get like different operations, like heart operation, kidney operation, brain operation, and whatnot. And for the heart, the entire game is controlled by one button. So for the heart, you beat the heart by, well, you contract the heart by pressing down, you relieve the heart by releasing, and so you basically have to get their blood pressure up to the right amount, and it'll show you that. It'll show you where it needs to go, and you just got to beat the heart right and get it to where, get the blood pressure to where it needs to go. Then once you get there, then you go on to the next operation, and you go through all of the operations until the patient has recovered, or until you've completed all the operations. And I'll also link that down below. And so yeah, I released that in, let's see, it was April or late March, I believe. It was either early April or late March. And since then I've made like $5 from it. I have ads in the game, and I tried to make them not super obtrusive or anything. Sometimes they don't even work, which is great. But I also have like a small store with a single buy option. It's $2 to get rid of ads and whatnot. Nobody's done that either. I mean, I only have like I think like 20 unique users that have played it, and 10 current downloads. So I mean, you know, some people are playing it, which I'm glad. I would have hoped for more traction, but then again, I kind of failed on the marketing aspect. I only made like a couple tweets, talked to some game dev friends about it, posted in a couple other places, but I think I also posted it on Reddit. But yeah, I never gained a lot of attraction, or a lot of traction, I should say. Anyway, so and then also the Perspective project asset, which I've had it out for, I don't know, almost a year at this point. I'm not sure. And that has actually made me about $50 at this point, which, I mean, over an entire year, or maybe it's been like 6 months or something. I forget when I released it. Yeah, it's not great, but I mean, hey, it's still $50, and I'm glad people have bought it, and it's been useful to them. And yeah. So anyway, yeah, I plan to continue with Node Colony, get it up and running. In fact, I'll show you in this video, or actually let me talk about some of the things I've done with it. So Node Colony just started out with the Game Jam version. I was able to basically get the base functionality with nodes working. You could link up to other nodes, and you would fight against the Swarm. And they would start taking other nodes and start building up units and start taking up more nodes, and basically you want to take nodes, build up your resources, build units, and fight back against them, destroy their units, take their nodes, and neutralize them before they basically get out of control, which will happen very fast if you don't act. And so I plan on taking from that, and or not plan on taking, I'm currently taking from that and building on it. So I have before, the units and everything would move by just like direct movement. So you would click on your unit and then right click on a node, and it would move directly there, and your units could only move between nodes. I actually changed that, and now everything uses pathing. And there's things like bridges and whatnot, gaps you need to go over, and yeah, so stuff like that. So I got the pathing working, and I made some art for it, put that in the game. Let's see, what else have I done? I'm currently working on a job system for it. Your unit will move to a node and then look up the jobs that are on that node and then go do a job. So for instance, to link up a node, you'll now need workers. I mean, that's kind of how I planned to have it in the base game, but I never got to that. And so yeah, you'll take a unit, or your worker unit, you'll go to a node, and then it'll start doing the job. And then, for instance, if that's a link job, then it will go to the node, it'll grab like sort of a wire, what do you call those, a wire roll, basically, and it'll start unraveling that as it moves to the node, and then just basically attach like a giant pipe of wires, and it'll attach it to the other node, and then those two nodes will be linked. And so then you'll have like other colonists which you won't be really able to interact with. They'll move between nodes and deliver food and resources to those nodes. So yeah, those node lines and branches, each branch will basically deliver its own food and power to those other nodes. So from the colony node, you can have 3 branches, and what that means is from the colony node, you can attach to 3 other nodes, and then those other nodes can only attach to 1. I plan to have others that can, you know, attach to maybe 2 or something. But basically, like, those 3 nodes start the branches. In each of those branches, the nodes that those connect to, the whole branch gets whatever food and energy that goes along that branch. So you need to make sure, when you're attaching to a new node, you need to make sure you have enough power resources on that branch to connect to it. Actually, it won't let you connect if there's not enough resources to do so. You can also like make upgrades on the nodes that will produce more power and whatnot, more resources for those nodes, and so then that branch will have more power and then you can attach to other nodes. So yeah, there's a lot planned for the future. I plan to make more videos and actually hopefully stay true to my once a week video plan again. And if that doesn't work out, then maybe I'll do like every other week or every month or something like that. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.